Appreciate y'all joining me today. We're going to do another cemetery tour today of some small, forgotten cemeteries because it is the start of the spooky season, the Halloween season in September, I feel. So we're going to start off right and we're going to visit cemeteries. First and foremost, though, we're going to respect and remember the ones that are buried here, and always forget that, respect the property and respect the area. So our first stop here is Dunn Cemetery. This is located off of Shieldmeyer Road here in Grant County. So let's take a look at this small forgotten cemetery and see what we can find. Don't leave, because we got a lot of places we're going to check out. Should be interesting, pretty neat. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's go check out the cemetery. Folks, it is extremely windy today. I got my, what do they call that? Dead cat hair or whatever, dead cats on my microphones. Hopefully it's not too bad. But you can see this is another very old cemetery. And one thing about it, at least it's mowed. That's a very good thing there. So, got some all kinds of tombstones. It leads back to the woods back there. I'm gonna walk back here. We got some more back here. Quite a few more back here, actually. I'd say there's probably 40 to 50 markers back through here. Probably at least 50 some, maybe 54. So let's just kind of take a look at some of these. Obviously some are broken, and a lot of them obviously are weathered beyond readability or ineligible to read, because they're just so weathered and old, unfortunately. So we're not able to read a lot of these. But yeah, there are quite a few of them around here. Yeah, there's some markers there. Of course, that's the fence line going back there. That woods is private property, so we're not going to go back there, but there's no more graves right there. But here's one, unfortunately, it's really busted up. So well, there's a web right there. Good time for Halloween, huh? We'll walk around this way. There's one right there. We'll go check out these up here. There's quite a few of them right back through here. Yeah, it's really windy today, so I'm hoping this doesn't sound too bad. I'm trying my best here, because it's definitely get the wind. But you got some here, quite a few more back through here. Yeah, see, unfortunately, these are just, you can't really read a lot of these anymore. I wish I could tell you some names and pay the respect for the proper ones, but you just can't read them, unfortunately. So here's one back here. Right back here's one right here. All right, don't look like there's any more over there. But we got quite a few here in front of us. Yeah, it's quite a few of them that are, but they're just not readable. You just can't read them. Got a big one on the ground there. Yeah, you just got to kind of watch where you're stepping. I don't know if you guys can read that or not. Joan Stevens, maybe John Stevens. I'm not sure. That's about the easiest one I can read. And here's one kind of over here by itself. Well, I guess there's a couple of them there. Definitely not readable. Definitely not readable. So this one might be close, but I still can't make that one out. I cannot make that out. Maybe you can pause it and see if you can make it out. I can't. I just can't do it. Here's a couple that might be able to read here. That's still not really that good. Here we go. This is William Massey, 1800. Yeah, these are really old. And we'll check out these up here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And you got the big one right here at the big one at the front here by the graveyard. That's probably most readable. Martha Taylor Rose, 1764 to 1850 wife of John Rose, killed in Battle of Lake Erie, September 10, 1813. Huh. So yeah, this is definitely some old markers. There you go. There's our sign for it. Like I said, it's a lot of old tombstones. They're kind of hard to see, obviously, with the weathering and the age, just the sheer age of them. But it is good to see the grounds kept up, mowed. I do like seeing that. So, yeah, if you want to come out here and check it out, pay your respects. Again, this is Dunn Cemetery, right off of Shieldmeyer Road here in Grant County, and just go ahead and show your respects. Well, I hope you enjoyed that stop one. Stop two is going to be a surprise. Just have to wait and hold on here until we get there. Till then, I'll see you there. You made it. Thanks for coming out here with me. Appreciate it. We are now at what they call Curtis Cemetery. This is off LeGros Road. This is a very, very much forgotten cemetery. Really close to where we were, actually. Not real hard to find. It's kind of, you'll never see it from the road until you get out and kind of walk a little bit. As you can see, I'm turning you around here. If you can see that cornfield, that's LeGros Road. I parked just on the other side of that. But if you come down LeGros Road, the cemetery is going to be on the same side of this railroad track that you see behind me. That's where you'll find it. Looks like there's only just a few tombstones in here. Really old, obviously some damages. But we're going to take a quick walk around through here and see what we can find. So, never been here before, so what I see for the first time, you're going to be seeing for the first time. So, let's see what we can get into. All right, first things first there, you got a tombstone laying flat there. Looks like some busted up markers right there. Now this one's definitely not kept up like the other one, but so it's hard saying how many markers are probably missing or gone or just moved around. But here's a couple over here by the tree. Definitely not eligible, as you can see. Walk up kind of towards the tracks, make sure I don't miss any up in here, because you just never know. Yeah, this is a very, very old and forgotten cemetery for sure, but I don't see anything here by the tracks, just a bunch of weeds and growth. But let's go back down here. As you probably saw at the end of the video, you probably maybe saw the couple bigger ones here, but obviously they've been damaged. Here's another one right here by the tree. A couple of them actually. A couple markers by the tree. Here's probably is a pretty good size marker, but unfortunately it's damaged. There's another one right there. Yeah, you just gotta be careful where you're walking, because a lot of them are just kind of laying around on the ground, but that was probably a really nice marker at one time. Looking around here, I do not see any more at all in this vicinity. Let's go check out this big one. It looks like we might actually be able to read this one. This is the one that stands out alone here. Maybe that says John Smith, December 6, 1801. Died October 16th, 1863. So he's 61 years old, just missed his 62nd birthday. So yeah, that's about the only one you can read. Looks like, I don't know if something's damaged on top or it's just the way it was. Maybe something fell off, but yeah, that's about the gist of that one. Yeah, there's no other ones out here. I don't know if we saw this one down here. I just now seen one down here. I don't believe we did. We'll go over here and look. Yeah, that one's not readable as well. And you got another small one there. That's not readable either. So, well, Folks, that's going to be it for this cemetery. Wasn't much to see, but I wanted to come out and look at it and see what was out here, and kind of glad we did. This is one that's probably hasn't been visited in probably a long time, probably many years, but again, it was close to where I was, so I wanted to come out and check it out. It wasn't real far at all, but hey, we came, we conquered, we saw. So that is stop number 2 here on my cemetery tour for today. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Again, stick around. We got some more we're going to look at. So till we get there, I'll see you then. And welcome to our 3rd stop on this cemetery journey. The weather's getting nice, so I took my sweatshirt off. It's still a little windy, but it's warming up pretty nicely. We are now in what we call Bethel Cemetery, which is just outside of Jonesboro on Wheeling Pike. Definitely can't see this one from the road. There's a little white building here. I'll turn the camera around here. You can see that's an old empty, like, I don't know, it's a chicken house or something there, but it's just right off the road. The road's right there. You just got to park right there. I knocked, there's a house over here on the corner. There wasn't nobody home. I knocked to let them know what I was doing. There was nobody there. So I'm just gonna walk in here real quick. It is public, I believe. So I don't believe we're doing any trespassing, but this one does look kind of, it's old, but it does look maintained. Let me pan you around so you can kind of get a look at this one. It definitely looks like it's being taken care of, which is always a good thing. These are old plots, but they are being maintained. Now here's a fairly new one, newer, in the Owen family. And you got these pipes here. Got a little plaque in there that says Owen family. It's kind of different. But see, some of these are, obviously some of the markers have been replaced, because there's one from 1895. Oh wow, that's, well, yeah, that's just a baby. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, because you come over here and you got some older tombstones right there against the fence. A lot of these, again, are just ineligible to read. Here's one down here that can be read. Helen Norton, 1901. Oh, my 1901, another baby. Oh man, there's a lot of babies in here. This is kind of depressing. There's a couple there kind of hidden in the woods over there. Okay, looks like a little fire pit thing here. I don't know why that would be there, but here's a little, that's an old weathered tombstone there. Definitely pretty weathered. Yeah, I'm gonna pan you out. There's quite a few graves here, and this is a pretty big cemetery compared to the others that we were at, but it's still not real big, but there is a lot of graves back through here. Oh, this one's interesting here. Isaac Sudeth, Continental Line, Revolutionary War, November 27th, 1851. Thank you for your service, Isaac. Yeah, it's definitely interesting out here. You can see, you got some laying on the ground. You got different ones back here, and they really go all the way up to the gate back here, the fence, I should say. Yeah, they've definitely replaced some of these markers back here, so it's definitely frequented. That's a good thing that people are taking care of it, but you can see that one has definitely been replaced compared to some of these old ones. But yeah, there's just some pretty good sized monuments back here. So, yeah, and unfortunately there's some that's kind of laying around, that been broken, moved somehow. I mean, it's really sad to see this kind of stuff, but unfortunately that's what happens in these older cemeteries. You get a lot of this, you get a lot of these things here that are like that. So you can read some of these, I guess, here. Some of these are legible. So we'll just continue to walk along through here, check out some of these tombstones. This is a big one, nice one here. William Stout, 1828 to 1907. Yeah, see, these, a lot of old ones, some of these are easy to read, which is quite nice. But yeah, there's just some laying over here. Unfortunately, this one here is toppled off and broken. Obviously, that was on top of there. That's a shame to see that one, but here's a big size tombstone here. Let's see here. Catherine Jones died December 4, 1888. This looks like a family plot, maybe Michener, William Michener. Yeah, that's a little family plot. Unfortunately, there's another one that's toppled over there. A couple on the ground. Definitely interesting out here. I do like documenting these old cemeteries like this because they're just, people forget about them, don't even know they exist, you know. Come out here and give them my respect. And I like to see when they're kind of taken care of out here. You know, that's kind of nice. There's a lot of room over there. Don't look like there's too much over there. So we'll go back over here, run down this aisle real quick for you. Obviously, these just not able to stand anymore. That's sad. That's broken. These were probably beautiful when they were new. You know, probably very beautiful when they were new. Some old-fashioned styles. They definitely replaced the writing on that, which is very nice. I mean, that's 1800s. That goes to tell you about how old you're dealing with out here. A lot of them on the ground here. You just got to kind of be careful so you don't step on anything. We're just going to kind of pan through here for you. And now this one's kind of interesting. It's almost like a continuous cement slab with all these graves on it. And unfortunately, they're not really legible. So I don't know if this is a whole family. I'm assuming it is due to the way it's like this, I'm assuming, so. But that's really interesting. I think I've ever seen that before. Huh. Kind of get a wider shot of it so you can kind of guys take a look at it. Yeah, I've never really seen that before. Interesting for sure. There's a broken way off in the distance here. Here's a big one right here sitting kind of by itself. Yeah, like I said, there's a broken one there, but that's pretty much it. Well, hey, hope you're enjoying this. Like I said, I get pretty good responses on my cemetery exploration videos, so I thought I'd do some more. Again, like I mentioned earlier, it is Halloween season now, it's September, so I want to come out and document some of these. I've never seen them, so I'm seeing them for the first time, and along with you, so hope you're enjoying this. I appreciate you coming out here and joining me on this stop number 3 of my cemetery exploration. Well, that's going to conclude our cemetery exploration tour today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing them to you. It was pretty cool to see which ones were like neglected. Some were kept better than others, but it's always cool to go back and pay respects and remember those that were once buried there. Because I'm sure there, you know, families around there somewhere. So it's always good to go back and show your respect and everything. I enjoyed it. Plus, like I said, these videos seem to get a good response. I like doing them for you guys, and it is Halloween season, as I mentioned earlier. September to me starts the spooky season. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Just let me know which one you thought was pretty cool. Or if there's anything you want to see, comment below as well. Or, you know, I just really appreciate all the support and love you all out there that are, you know, applying. So subscribing and watching, really do appreciate that with all the views. Yeah, it's been a great day. I hope you all will have a great weekend. It's shaping up to be pretty nice here. So remember, if you like what you saw today, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss more upcoming videos, because I've got a lot more stuff coming up for the spooky season. It's going to be a good next couple months. There's going to be a lot of good stuff, so you don't want to miss it. So make sure you hit like and subscribe and hit that notification button, and that way you do not miss the adventures. That's all I got for today. Again, I appreciate it. Now, if you like this video as well, check out this video right here with more of Lost and Forgotten Cemeteries. You might find kind of cool, maybe even a little spooky. So until next time, you go out and make it a great day.
Take care.